Okay, so part 3. Uh, my first night was pretty uneventful. I didn't have any nausea. Didn't have any vomiting. I pretty much after they kind of sat me up a little bit, and I was starting to really kind of wake up. It was probably around like 10 o'clock or so, 10:30. They came and walked me down the hallway, and they kept saying, only go as far as you know that you can come back. And at that time, I was probably pumped up with some drugs pretty good, because I walked like all the way down to the end of the hallway and came back, and they were like, you're doing great. So the first night was pretty much, went to the bathroom, sat in a chair for a while, got back into bed. They kept doing the vital signs. I tried to sleep on and off. And then early the next morning, they took me down to the x-ray area, and they do a leak test on your sleeve. And I'd heard some people talking about it, and some people were saying how awful it was. And let me tell you my situation. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm like, I have this no crybaby attitude. It wasn't that horrible. The only thing that was horrible was that because of my incisions, standing sometimes is a little uncomfortable. Standing at that point for a long period of time was kind of hard, and I didn't have anything to really hold onto that I could balance on, because in front of me was like the wavy x-ray machine. Not wavy, but it went up and down. So I couldn't hold on to it because it was a moving object. So I had to stand up, and they took 3 views, and I had to drink this contrast stuff. I'll say it was a consistency of corn syrup, and it kind of tasted like Robitussin. It was clear. It wasn't that bad. Opposed to other tastes that I had going on in my mouth, it was alright. I mean, I'm not gonna like go, hey, can I get some contrast? But I got through it. It wasn't a big deal. So I came back up to my room, and there was my breakfast. Some delicious lemon jello and some apple juice, and they gave me like a big sports bottle, nifty sports bottle that has like a really cool top on it that doesn't leak, full of water. So my next job was to start eating that, and then they came in and gave me some pills. I got a Prevacid for acid reflux, and my blood pressure, regular blood pressure medicine, and tolerated those fine. And so throughout the first day, they were giving me other drugs for, they were giving me drugs for nausea, and of course, my favorite, they were giving me heparin to reduce blood clots, and they were giving it to me in my stomach, and a couple spots they hit were pretty tender. They were kind of giving it to me in my lower stomach area, and so that hurts. And it takes a couple minutes. They don't like just inject the whole thing. They have to like put a little in, put a little in, put a little in. Of course, delay the whole agony, and it burns. But as opposed to what else was going on, it was no big deal. In the morning, my mom came by, Bob stopped by, and said hello. He was taking the day off of work. His dad was having surgery on Wednesday, and just to say that his surgery went very well. We're praying for Will that he has a quick recovery, and so poor Bob had like no sleep, between worrying about me and worrying about his dad. So he came for a little bit. I think they may have gone to get some breakfast and then came back for a couple minutes, and then Bob was going to go home and try and get some rest. So my mom spent the day with me, helped me take a shower, did some walking, ate some more broth. Pretty much that was kind of basically the routine in the hospital. I'd switch between the chair and the bed, do some walking, and eat Jell-O, broth, and apple juice. And I didn't have any nausea except for the last day. I had a little tiny bit, and I think it was also because I was pretty tired. My last night, I had an issue with my IV pump. When I go walking, sometimes we leave it unplugged, and then the battery would drain really quickly, and then you plug it back in and it charged back up again. So one of the times I had it unplugged, the battery drained, and then the battery said it was damaged, and then they couldn't restart it, and they had to get a new pump. So the new pump came. When they put the new pump in my IV, it was telling them that something was wrong with my IV, and it wouldn't release any fluids. And just because of where it was, I guess they said they weren't really sure about it. They wanted to send the IV team in to see if they could fix it. Of course, IV team didn't even look at it. They just were going to start a new IV. So here I am getting my second IV. It's 10:30 at night. This poor lady poked me 5 times, and she's looking in my right hand, which I didn't want it in my right hand because I am right hand dominant. So she's doing it in my thumb, in my hand, and she's poking me all over, and she couldn't get it. Then she wrapped my arms up in hot blankets, I had big mummy arms, and I'm trying to rest, and she's got me propped up on pillows, and then she calls these other 2 ladies in, and so it took 3 people until 2 o'clock in the morning to get an IV in my arm, and they finally got it, of course, in the bendy part of my right arm. So that all happened. I was really tired and kind of cranky, and so Thursday morning I was feeling a little nauseous, and I'm trying to get ready, and the nurse said that I could leave at any time I wanted, so I sent Bob a text message. He went and got my mom, and they came and helped me get dressed to come home. And the day before, while I was taking my shower, I was able to remove the dressings, and I have staples. I know some people get stitches. I have staples. I don't know why he did that, but I also don't have a drain. And my largest incision, I know they're usually on the left side, but I had to have my gallbladder out as well. And the gallbladder was the first thing that had to come out, and I apparently had a really big gallstone. So the incision was rather large. And my largest incision is right here, and it hurts. And I even have an indentation in my skin where the muscle was cut. So if you're going in to have the surgery, don't be alarmed if you do have some indentations after surgery. I've been reading a lot of people have that. It must be a normal thing because your muscle it's damaged there, so it's going to have a little indentation in it, and the symmetry of Frankentummy is not like it used to be. I need to work on the situation. So, I have staples. I have 9 sites. Some of them are really tiny, and the other one is probably maybe that big, an inch and a half or so, and that was where the gallbladder came out. Dr. Jones said it was actually easier to get my stomach out than it was my gallbladder because it was so big. But, I ended up, last day, Was released pretty early in the morning. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I had this man come from the patient services to wheel me down. First I had to get my prescription pain reliever, and then I had to get some acid reduction pills at the pharmacy, and we wheeled me over to the pharmacy. I swear to God, halfway through, I thought that I was going to have to hop out of the wheelchair and put this guy in, because he was like 900 years old, and he was a bigger guy, and every time he was pushing me, his belly kept hitting me in the back of the head, and it was quite an experience. And then he's like pushing me up to the car, and he pushed me up too close to the car, and couldn't unfold the things, and I was just like, get me out of here, I want to get home. So, I got home, and I've been sleeping on and off. I tolerate my pain medicines pretty good. I can have 2 teaspoons of the pain medicine, liquid pain medicine, every 4 hours. And so far today I haven't taken any. I took some Tylenol this morning, but other than that, I'm kind of tolerating it. And each day it does keep getting easier. So, so far I'm doing good. I'm rolling along good, and tummy's coming back, and drinking my fluids, and it's getting a lot easier, and so just rolling along. Tuesday is my follow-up appointment, and I will probably do a video after that and let you guys know what's going on. But so far so good, and hope everybody out there is doing well, and I will talk to you later. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.